Welcome to Unit 2, which covers computer hardware. We will explore input and output devices, measuring units, and primary and secondary storage devices, including RAM and ROM. What is an input/output or I/O device? It is hardware used to communicate with a computer, capable of sending data to and receiving data from the computer. Input devices allow users to provide data or commands. Common examples include the keyboard, mouse, joystick, scanner, and webcam. Let's explore several key input devices, starting with the keyboard. The keyboard is the most basic and common input device, similar to a traditional typewriter, but with additional keys for extra functions. The mouse is the most commonly used pointing device for cursor control. Modern mice use a sensor to detect cursor position, offering faster movement than keyboard arrow keys. The joystick is also a pointing device, used to control cursor position on a display. It's often used in computer-aided designing and playing computer games. A light pen is a digital pointing device used to select items on a menu or draw on the display. It contains a photocell and an optical sensor that calculates the screen location. The trackball is another input device, particularly useful with notebook or laptop computers. Users move the ball with their fingers to move the cursor, requiring less space than a mouse. A scanner works like a photocopy machine, transferring information on paper to the computer's hard disk in a digital format. It captures high-resolution images that can be edited and shared. A digitizer, also known as a tablet or graphics tablet, converts analog information into digital form. This is helpful for creating computer images from camera or TV signals and for drawing applications. A microphone is a common input device used to input sound, which is then stored digitally. Microphones are used for multimedia presentations, voice recording, video conferencing, and more. The magnetic ink card reader, or MICR, is often seen in banks for processing checks. It reads bank details and check numbers printed with special magnetic ink. Optical character reader, or OCR, is an input device that reads printed text. It scans text optically, character by character, converting it into a machine-readable digital code rather than a high-resolution image. Barcode readers read barcoded data, which is represented by light and dark lines, commonly found on price tags and book labels. It converts the barcode image into an alphanumeric value for the computer. Optical mark readers, or OMR, identify marks made by a pen or pencil on a predefined format. They are specifically used for the automated analysis of multiple-choice examination answer sheets. A webcam is a camera connected to a computer, functioning as an input device. It is mainly used for video streaming, video conferencing, and chatting. Biometric devices identify a person using biological features like fingerprints or facial structure. Examples include face scanners, fingerprint scanners, and retina or iris scanners. Output devices are hardware that present the processed result of the entered input. This includes images, text, hard copies, and audio/video. This slide lists several types of output devices: monitor, printer, speakers/headphones, projector, plotter, and braille reader. The monitor, or visual display unit, is the primary output device. It generates images from tiny dots called pixels, with image depth depending on the pixel count and size. A printer is a common output device for putting information on paper. Printers are categorized into two types: impact printers and non-impact printers. A projector is an optical output device that displays images from a computer onto a screen or surface. Modern projectors use laser technology and are commonly used in offices, classrooms, and theaters. Computer speakers are popular output devices for listening to sound. They receive audio input and generate sound as output, with some modern versions featuring wireless and Bluetooth capabilities. Headphones or earphones are output tools that serve the same function as speakers, but the sound is only audible to the user. They are available in various shapes and sizes, both wired and wireless. A plotter is primarily used to produce high-quality drawings, designs, and graphics. Unlike printers, it uses pens or markers to draw continuous lines on paper. A braille reader is an output device for visually impaired individuals who read braille. It converts digital text into braille characters for tactile reading. This slide outlines the differences between input and output devices, which we have covered in the previous scenes. We now turn to the measuring units of a computer and its storage devices, including RAM, ROM, FDD, HDD, CD, DVD, and pen drives. computers process and store large amounts of data. Data measurement and storage are core concepts. Storage devices are categorized into primary and secondary. Measuring units indicate the amount of data or storage capacity. Data is stored in binary form, zeros and ones, with units ranging from very small to extremely large. The smallest unit of data is a bit, a binary digit, which is either 0 or 1. A nibble is a group of 4 bits. A byte equals 8 bits and generally represents 1 character. It is the basic unit of data storage in computers. Higher measuring units include kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, and terabyte, where each subsequent unit is 10^24 times larger than the previous one. Storage devices retain data and instructions for processing and future use. They are classified into primary and secondary storage devices. Primary storage is the main memory, located inside the computer and directly accessed by the CPU. It is faster but limited in capacity. Examples include RAM and ROM. RAM, or Random Access Memory, is temporary and volatile, storing data currently in use. Data is lost when the power is off. Types include DRAM and SRAM. DRAM is used as main memory, while SRAM is used in the CPU's cache memory. Actions like opening software or editing a document before saving use RAM, and this temporary data is lost when the computer powers down. ROM, or read-only memory, is non-volatile, meaning it retains data even when power is off and cannot be easily modified. Types include PROM, EEPROM, and EEPROM. ROM is permanent memory that stores essential instructions. This includes the BIOS or UEFI firmware and the computer's booting instructions, which are not erased when power is off. Secondary storage devices are used for long-term, permanent data storage and are not directly accessed by the CPU. They offer larger capacity, are more economical, and are often portable. Key features of secondary storage include being non-volatile, having a large capacity, and being slower than primary memory. Examples are HDD, CD, and DVD. ROM is permanent, non-volatile memory storing essential instructions. Examples include PROM, EEPROM, and EEPROM, as well as BIOS UEFI firmware and embedded systems like calculators and printers. Secondary storage devices permanently store data for future access. They are non-volatile, offer large capacity, are slower than primary memory, and include examples like HDD, CD, and DVD.